Alright, what's up YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with, well, the Traptrix. I don't know if you guys have been ever familiarized with these monsters, but these monsters are, well, any fan of Lolly's worst nightmare. The Traptrix disguise themselves as Lollies, and then they will devour and eat their prey alive, kind of like the plants and insects and arachnids that they are based off of. The gimmick of the Traptrix is that they are unaffected by normal trap hole trap cards, and that they use and take advantage of normal trap hole trap cards, either being able to set them from the deck, put them onto the field, or activate them and make sure that their effects are not negated. In addition, they have abilities to special summon each other and to put each other onto the board from the graveyard or from the deck or from the hand. The Traptrix monsters range from sets of Light of Judgement all the way to Battles of Legends, Heroes Revenge. And when it comes to any trap hole trap card, you practically can use the entire arsenal as long as they are a normal trap card. There is one card that has been excluded. There are two cards that have been excluded from this. One is the trap card called Traptrix. Because it is not a trap hole trap card, it does not count, and it is not included in the archetype itself. For that, it has different kanji in the OCG, where it is not considered a Traptrix card. The other is Dark Falling, whose original name was called Dark Trap Hole. It was later changed due to its kanji not being associated with any of the trap hole cards, because in the OCG, the trap hole cards are known as Pitfall, which is hilarious because it's also called a pit. It's a pitfall, in variations of all the stupid things that can happen to you, stupid to deadly things that can happen to you if you fall into a pitfall. The other thing to note about the Traptrix is that they range from plants and insects, as their pictures will also range them from plants, arachnids, and insects themselves. So, I've been talking too long about this, so let's get into it. So the first Traptrix will be coming from Light of Judgement, the first set that they were introduced in. And we start off with Traptrix Nefertiti. She's a level 4 Earth Attribute Plant type monster, 800 attack, 2000 defense. And her effect reads, when a trap hole normal trap is activated, except during the damage step, you can special summon or add to your hand one Traptrix monster. You don't use this effect, except for Traptrix Nepenthes. You don't use this effect of Traptrix Nepenthes once per turn. So she is based off of the tropical fruit plant, the tropical pincher plant. The rim around this plant is actually the trap itself, and that its lid-shaped mouth will snap onto anyone who attaches itself to the rim of this monster's mouth. This is one of the things that you should better be careful of. And I do feel sorry for the poor innocent butterfly. It doesn't know the trap that it's about to be absorbed into. Next up is Traptrix Murmillo, level 4 Earth Attribute Insect type monster. 1600 attack, 1200 defense. And her effect reads, when this card is normal summon, you can target one normal trap hole trap card and add it to your hand. If this card is social summon, you can target one spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy that target. So Traptrix Murmillo is based off of the anti-lion. It is a form of an insect that is similar to a mantis, but is a lot bulkier, it's a lot heavier in shell, and it will carnivorously eat its enemies alive with its razor sharp blade claws. Also to note, this is a monster from various RPGs, also depicting it to be in the shape of a big insect. One of my noted is Final Fantasy XII, where the elite mark, the ant lion, is seen as just a giant mantis covered in the shade around the area that it's found in, which is a dark blue setted mine. Next up is Traptrix Atrix. So Traptrix Atrix is also a level 4 Earth Attribute Insect type monster. She has 1800 attack and 1000 defense. While this card is on your side of the field, you can activate trap hole normal trap cards from your hand, and the effects and activation of normal trap hole trap cards on your side of the field cannot be negated. So she is based off of the Australian funnel webbed spider. So the gimmick of this is that it's a it will lay its web, then it will cover its web in like various little uh, leaves and other things around it, and then anything that will touch its web, it will automatically jump out, snapping its opponent and biting it into pieces. Can I make this up, you guys? Alright, we move on to Primal Origins, and it's a Traptrix monster, and that is Traptrix Dionetta. She's a level 4 Earth Attribute Plant type monster, 1700 attack and 1100 defense. So, her effect is when this card is normal summon, you can special summon one Traptrix monster from your graveyard to the field in defense position. When this card is special summoned, you can target one trap hole normal trap card in your graveyard and set that card. And you have until your opponent's in phase in order to activate that card. If that card is not activated, then and it's still on the field, you must banish it at the end of your opponent's turn. So Traptrix Dionetta is actually based off of the Venus Flytrap. As we all know about the Venus Flytrap, it's also been seen in various animes and stuff like that. But my reference to it is the Pokemon Carnivine, who is based off of the Venus Flytrap for its mouth, its jaw. Well, its mouth can snap its opponents and snatch onto them. Poor James, because even Victory Bell is also a tropical pincher plant. And boy. Alright, we're going to move on to the next insect, and that is Traptrix Mantis. This monster comes to us from Code of the Duelist. And this monster is a level 4 Earth Attribute Insect type monster. 1500 attack, 1300 defense, and her effect reads: when this card is normal summon, you can add one Traptrix monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one set spell or trap card you control, return it to your hand. Then you can set one spell or trap card from your hand. So this monster is based off of the Pink Orchid Mantis. Those mantises are pretty much known for camouflaging themselves as the color of the orchid, and then capturing its prey with its sharp scythes. Funny enough, there aren't just pink orchid mantises, there are variations of the orchid mantis in various forms within Asia. Next up, we go on to the extra deck, and we go back to Primal Origin to talk about Traptrix Roflasia. Just to note in her artwork, she has these 4 monsters: Traptrix Dionetta, Traptrix Atrax, Traptrix Marilla, and Traptrix Nepenthes. So Traptrix Roflasia is a rank 4 Earth Attribute Plant type Exceed monster, 300 attack, 1500 defense. And her setup is she needs 2 level 4 monsters for her Exceed summon. She is unaffected by the effects of trap cards while she has material. Traptrix monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect except for Reflection, and your opponent cannot target Traptrix monsters except for Traptrix Reflection while she is on the field. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach one material from this card to send one normal trap card from your deck to the grave. And if you do, and the requirements are met perfectly for that trap card, Traptrix Reflesia's effect will become the same as that trap card. So, to note, Traptrix Roflasia is based off of the horrendous smelling plant itself, the Roflasia. Funny story about Roflasia. We actually go into Pokemon for this one. Roflasia is the inspiration to the Pokemons Gloom and, notably, Vileplume. For they have an odorous smell coming out of the plant that is on top of their head, which is the full blooming of a Roflasia plant. The Roflasia plant, anyone who gets near it that smells the toxic fumes is going to get sick because it literally has been known to smell like a dead body. To know from the Animal Crossing series, you have to have a completely bad town in order for the Roflasia plant to appear, and then you can pick the Roflasia plant. And yeah, I'm not going any further than that except for ew, that's gross. And that is nature itself. Next up is the last of the Traptrix monsters, and this is Traptrix Sarah. She's a Earth Attribute Link 1 monster. She points to the bottom. And her setup is you need one non-Traptrix Link monster for her summon. When this monster is Link summoned, it is unaffected by trap effects. You can only use each effect of Traptrix Traptrix Sarah once per turn and not during the damage step. Her first effect is when a normal trap hole trap card is when a normal trap card is activated, you can set summon one Traptrix monster from your deck with a different name among the ones you control. If another Traptrix monster's effect is activated, you can target one trap hole. You can set one trap hole normal trap card from your deck to the field. Traptrix Sarah is based off of the Sarah plant, which is known for, just like the other plants, to lure its victims in and then use its appendages to literally suck in its prey and then snap their body to pieces and absorb their nutrients. So now that we have all that out the way, the only card to talk about that is a Traptrix Trap Hole is, Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, which just fuels more of the flames of the crazy that is Traptrix Archetype. When a monster that is special summon activates its effect, negate the monster on your opponent's side of the field, negate the monster's effect. And if you do, destroy that card. So, as you can tell, like I've been saying, the Traptrix monsters are just the lolis are disguises for the monsters themselves. Be very careful of what you wish for. Some trap hole cards to feature, of course, are some of the two big ones, which are Time Space Trap Hole and Treacherous Trap Hole. When your opponent special summons monsters from the hand or extra deck, shuffle those monsters back into the deck, and if you do, pay 1,000 life points for each monster returned. Treacherous Trap Hole's effect says, while you have no trap cards in your graveyard, target 2 monsters on the field and destroy those targets. Luckily enough, Rafflesia helps deal with that setup as well. And then, of course, just all the other Trap Hole cards. We have cards like Double Trap Hole, Break Off Trap Hole, Adhesion Trap Hole, Acid Trap Hole, Bottomless Trap Hole, and Deep Dark Trap Hole, just to count as some more Trap Hole cards for the Archetype. So that is pretty much it for all of the trap holes you can fall into in this game. All puns intended. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys do enjoy my Archetype video for the Traptrix. If there's anything else you want to add about the Traptrix, you certainly can in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell for more updates. Thanks everybody for watching. It's CJ signing out.